Traders. Starting with a small introduction, I'm not a pro trader, but I'm passionate about understanding how markets really work. In this video, I will break down some key concepts of the market analysis in simple terms so we all can learn together. Before we start this video, I would suggest go through the disclaimer and just know that I am creating this video from an educational and information perspective. Please don't take any real time trades after watching this video analysis. This is solely for education and information purpose. Hope you guys have gone through the disclaimer. Let us start with the analysis. So, as per our market analysis checklist, we will be analyzing the charts for Nifty 50 futures for 10th November 2025, that is for Monday. Analysis is we will analyze 2 days, last 2 days or the last two sessions to come to an speculative analysis for 10th November, and we will use the time frame as 5 minutes. Uh, the intention of making this analysis or going through this analysis is to understand what market is actually going to do tomorrow, which are the key levels where we should keep an eye on, and can market give a bigger move or a shorter move. We will be using these 8 checklist points. I have added the session candle strength recently, okay, in the last session itself. I felt like, this might add some value to our analysis. That's why I've added it. So, first is sharp moves, then the checklist starts with sharp moves. Second is sharp moves with volumes, session candle strength, 5 minute candle open strength, and moving averages, market profile, CPR, and what kind of anticipated day can come. Okay, we'll collect all this information, put it in the market forecast as just for creating a summary. Okay, so let's open the let's open the charts for Nifty 50 futures. Let us make it full screen. Okay, so as per our checklist, the first thing which we will be checking is the sharp moves. So, do we see any sharp moves on 6th of November? As we are analyzing 2 days of charts, let us analyze the 6th of November chart to understand if we have very big moves or something like that. We can clearly see there was a good move from this candle, starting from this candle and ending till here. Okay, one sharp move we can see. Second sharp move is from this candle. Okay, when it started here, went sideways and then gave a lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, and lower low, and it stopped here. Okay, this is first thing which we have marked as key reference points. First is here 25,750. Second thing is around 25,700. Second line. The second thing was sharp moves with volume. Do we have any reversals with major volumes? Do we have any reversals with major volumes? No, we don't have any. But yes, market fell down, went up, went down, and then went sideways. Now coming to 7th November, let us see if we have very good sharp moves here. Okay, we can adjust it as we want the chart to have. Okay, so let us have some sharp moves. Here we use red lines because the moves were bearish. Here we will use green lines to mark bullishness. I can clearly see we had a good amount of uh, moves from good move from this point, wherein the market moved with a higher highs till here. Okay, then market halted. and then again a market move was there, but this we cannot consider it because I think so this was an exhausting elephant bar, wherein what happened is completely we had a Murubuzu candle or an elephant candle, but it got exhausted and the market quickly came down. So we'll take this as an exhaustion bar. Okay, we can mark it as red because we can see that market moved from here till here once, and again market moved from here till here again once again. Okay, but we can also observe that market started to move quickly up from this level. Okay, here also I think the session ended by 15:25, like 15:30, so there was no move. But let us keep this portion also as a green candle, like bullishness or bullish move. Even we can take this portion as well, but the candle strength which I am looking at is not there. You can see the candle strength here, and these candles and these candle. This is a very big elephant bar or a Murubuzu bar with good strength and a good move ahead. But here the candles are very small. So it's dicey to say, like, it is 50-50 to say that, bulls are actually here. Okay, they did a retracement and then moved. In this, you can clearly see see there is a concept called exhaustion Murubuzuwar, wherein it comes at the top of the session or the high of the session. So this is that candle where you can see a clear good amount of volume, and then market coming down. So it's an exhaustion bar rather than we can take it as a bullish bar. This is not an exhaustion bar. This is continuation bar. Okay, continuation Morubozu. Morubozu or an elephant candle can come anywhere. Okay, they can come anywhere. Now, okay, okay. So if you ask me, a sharp move with volume. Let us go back here. Did we find any sharp moves with volume or something like that? Anything happened here? Any specific area? I don't see anything. But here in the chart of seventh number, I can see a heavy volume going up, okay, and moving down. So what I will do is I will mark this level. I will mark this level. We can take it from here till here. Okay, it's already red candle, but I will mark till here and make it red. And I think we have to change the other color as well so that we can create a bearish zone. Okay, for me this is kind of a bearish zone because an exhaustion candle was made, and then after that, after 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, a big move came which closed actually below this candle, the exhaustion candle. Maybe this is a retracement again. It has gone up, then came down. It couldn't break because there was a small move here. Then again, market stopped here. Okay, maybe the next day, the next session, that is for 10th November, market can trap us here because 200 moving average is there, exhaustion candle is there, and the market came from down from the same place. Now, this is what I believe. Okay, market can come down from here. But tomorrow maybe there can be a session wherein market pulls up, pulls up, pulls up. Okay, it can give a pull up. Like people already know that there is a red zone here, a seller zone here to trap. Obviously, the market's job is to trap people. Market can take you, like the price can move up, 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 and then give a big drop, or else market will move up, give a short retracement, and then move up, showing that the market has changed the direction. Okay, but from a 5 minute perspective and candlestick, 5 minute perspective, it is still bearish, but as the market is near 200 MA or EMA, whichever you guys use for analysis, it depends now. It can be like, it will go up, retrace, and then start moving up. We don't know. Okay. But from a naked chart level analysis, I can say that migration of sellers from here, they came here. Okay, from here they are here now, but in the same time we can also see that the buyers have moved from this point till this point. Okay, we don't know. Tomorrow can be a little bit, and the best part is tomorrow is Monday. Monday is like, all the businesses are open the first day of the week, so mostly market is on the positive side. Okay, market is on the positive side on Mondays. Okay, so now we are done with the checklist number one, checklist number two, and then session candles. This is something which I have newly introduced in my checklist. So here we can see, like, all the small candles were there. It's fine, it's fine. A big candle for bull bearishness, green candle for bullishness, small candles here, and then you can see there is no strength here. In this portion, there is not even a single candle making it, you know, helping us out to analyze that, there will be some bullish move. Okay, first sign of exhaustion candle. Okay, first sign of exhaustion candle. Slowly it came, gave a big break, exhausted, came down again, like, bulls who felt like market will be moving up from here. They tried to take the trades here, moved up, failed, came down. Again, they have stopped it here. So now, if they don't want to get trapped, they will definitely move the market up unless until they get into profit. Okay, until they get into profit. For me, if I analyze the market from my perspective, I believe unless and until market moves above 25,700, the market won't be bullish. Okay, because this is kind of a lower high, and then again there is a lower high here, but it was broken. Then a new lower high is created here. Okay, unless and until 25,700 is broken in Nifty 50 futures, we cannot say anything. So tomorrow, little bit dicey situation. Okay, so yeah. So from the sharp moves, I can see we will just note down all the analysis which we have done. Good amount of seller migration, good amount of see, good amount of SE earlier seller migration. Okay, with good amount of seller migration with exhaustion. Okay, with exhaustion also, but we will not consider it. Leave it with lower lows, lower highs. Okay, but in the same, but at the same time, but at the same time, we can observe bulls making higher lows. Okay, but at the same time, we can make see bulls making higher lows. Okay, but how much this is true, it depends. Like, tomorrow we will get to know what exactly will happen. So tomorrow I feel like, kind of a dicey day for, traders. But still, like, if you see migration of sellers, very good. Migration of buyers from this low to uh, higher lows. Okay, this is a higher low. This is first low. This is a higher low. But here at around 25,650, good amount of pressure is there. Good amount of pressure. It may happen that, market pulls up with a gap up, test this level as this is a strong resistance. It might become a strong support if market moves up above this. So let us mark it as 25,650 as strong. RESISTANCE TANCE strong resistance. But what happens when a strong resistance is broken? Definitely bulls will enter in. Okay, if it is retested from the other side, then it will become a strong support. So might be market can move up upside. Okay, but from a movement perspective, what I see is like, market has already given good moves. Like, if you see downside, 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 and upside. So 3 days continuously, it has given a big move. So I don't anticipate a very, very big move unless and until something happens, something extraordinary happens, and market moves in one direction. Okay. So Sharp moves with volume, we have marked it, marked at 26, 25, 650. Okay, mark, not market, mark, MARKED, marked at 25, 650. Session candle strength. Now, if you see here, both bulls and bears both are fighting between between 25 650, so-called 25 650 and 25, sorry, 550 and 650. Okay, bulls and bears are FIGHT and fighting TW between 25 550 and 25 650, because you can clearly see, like, right, the strength of the candles are very good here. It might be an exhaustion candle. Okay, this is an exhaustion candle, that's what I understand. Okay, but again bulls try to push it down, but again this level market push it up, and the candle strength started to uh, dither in the sense, like, the candle strength became little bit non-powerful, you can say. Okay, then it came down, then it last, so we cannot say anything. So this is very good level wherein the bulls and the bears are trying to fight. Okay, and a 5 minutes open candle. Yes, this is something, one of my favorite favorites to analyze. One of the favorite checklists to analyze. This you can see, as I said, that this is a seller point. Okay, this is not a bullish one. This is a seller point. I had discussed this kind of candles in the last video, I believe. So I will keep it as red instead of a bullish candle. Okay, 5 minute open candle strength. On sixth, it was sixth. That was sixth. It was retracement. Retracement candle. That means it was with sellers. Here, what happened? It is clear and evident that this was an this candle, and this candle, and this candle. There was clear cut absorption of sellers. Okay, seventh, absorb, absorb, absorption of CLLERS, absorption of sellers. Okay, yeah. So this becomes a little bit dicey, and this, why it is clear, because market came, absorbed, and then zoop, 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 movement, good amount of movement upside. Yes, and that's why I feel like, tomorrow's day, the Monday, will have a dicey situation. We cannot say, like, where the market is planning to move. If the bulls are actually strong here, and this doesn't, it is not an exhaustion candle, then might be market might move up drastically up. Okay, breaking everything. And here, we call it as a retracement candle. I don't know. Like tomorrow, this people looking at this candle might take their trades here and then move the market up. We don't know. Okay, so the analysis for tomorrow is kind of dicey, but from the days which is happening since last 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is. So what we can say is, like, market has already given us very good moves. So tomorrow it might be a sideways day. Okay, what does moving average say now? Let's check it out. Moving average. Yes. Okay. Now, until now, what we observed is market was making lower lows. If you see, lower lows, lower lows. But on 7th of, okay, on 7th of on 7th of November, it started making higher lows. This is one low, this is a higher 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 low, and let us see higher high. Okay, higher high. Now situation is, now bulls are trying to take in the position and move the market up. That's what we can see from the session of 7th November. Bulls are trying to move the market. Okay, from this perspective, SMA perspective, bulls are trying to push the market. That's what I understand. And there is a crossover, moving average crossover also. Like, the 50 and 10 EMA have crossed. Market came up. Market took a good amount of support from 10 EMA, moved up. Again, it came to 50, moved up. Again, it came to 50, have given a positive session. The only thing that is stopping now the market, which I see it as the 25,650 in futures. And yeah, because if you see why it is strong, I will tell you. From this, market ended here, exactly here. Then it came directly with a gap down and sent the market down. Now, tomorrow again this can happen. Okay, we are not sure about it. If again this happens, okay, who caught the market on 7th November? Even after the gap down, who caught it? The bulls. So maybe bulls can again come with some move and take the market up. So tomorrow it is kind of a dicey day which we need to understand, which we need to analyze, which we need to observe for at least an hour what exactly market is doing, who is going to take control, the bulls or the bears, or is the market going to be sideways, which I suspect it can be. Okay, because of big moves happening since last 3 days. So it's kind of bulls are trying to push up. Okay, bulls are trying to push the market up. They are actually trying. If this is a failed level, then I believe market can actually give a good move. I believe actually market can give a little bit good move. But that depends. Obviously, that depends on the tomorrow's session, what exactly happened, how the market opens and all those things. Then favorite my one of my favorite indicators is market profile. Let's see. Okay. Here again, what we see, let me hide everything else so that we can only observe market profile. Let's take out moving averages as well. Now, what market profile says is the sellers have created a value area which is overlapping the last. Okay, because see, here it was completely bearish because there was no overlapping of volume market profile value area. This area from here till here was completely down from here till here. It was not overlapping. But now we can obviously see some overlapping. That means there are two indications now. Here it is showing that market is trying to push up. Overlapping in the sense there is a slight chance of bulls taking over. Okay. This is also a sign when you know there can be a reversal. There can be a reversal of from the bulls. They can move the market up. But still, until and unless the market profile is completely gone up, okay, it should go up. This market profile, if it was created here, then we could have said that the direction of the market has changed completely. But from the market profile perspective, market is moderately bearish for tomorrow. The only thing that concerns me is the bulls have started to take over. Maybe they can give a good move from the bull side. So what we will do, market profile is moderately bearish. Little chance of little chance of bulls overtaking can be seen. Okay, little chance of bulls overtaking can be seen, but mostly it is moderately bearish itself. We cannot say anything. And the other thing is our favorite candlestick, sorry, the indicator CPR, which clearly indicates there was a big move, okay, around 230 points move. So, and the move was completely in one direction, starting from here till here, most of the session. So, CPR will be wide. The width of the CPR will be wide. which indicates that which indicates there can be a sideways to range trading. Okay, range trading because it is tomorrow. Definitely the CPR can be wide. Still, we can see on the trading view and understand if we get an indication for next day CPR. Do we have an indication for next day CPR here? I don't think so. Show weekly CPRs. I don't see. I don't see. Hmm, this is fine. Leave it. But tomorrow's CPR will be wide. And this is Gift Nifty chart actually. Gift Nifty chart which was showing a range day. Okay. Sideways to range day. Leave it. Anyways, we back to this one. And tomorrow will be a wide day, a wide CPR. That means the day which indicates there can be a sideways to trading range day. I don't see any kind of a big move coming in uh, because of the because bulls and bears both are strong. Only it is Monday that indicates that even if the market moves up, it will be like the market situation can be bullish, but I don't see a big move, kind of a trending day or something like that. So that's why I've written it as wide, which indicates there can be a sideways to trading range day. And obviously the session was also wide. So mostly what happens when a session is wide, a session is big, then the next day is mostly sideways. Okay. And anticipated kind of day, as I said, sideways to range. Sideways to range. But there is a little bit chance that whichever move comes in, whichever move comes in. Say suppose the starting session might be starting 1 or 2 hours might be bullish. So there will be a little bit kind of a big move coming in. Like, if say suppose market moves up, market will give a big move, then go sideways. Or if the sellers come in picture, which we have hidden, okay. My goodness, what did I do? Did I delete the? No, no, no. I did I hide everything? Oh my God, I think so. I have no, no. Thank God, thank God. I thought I deleted everything. Okay. So that's what I was saying is here in this level you can see bears also powerful, bulls also powerful. So once somebody takes over tomorrow morning in the first 1 hour, there can be a good move, but then it can be sideways or a range kind of play. So let's keep an eye exactly what happens tomorrow. Basically, I see an sideways to range day. Okay, range session. I see a range session. Again, don't take any trades based on the analysis which we are doing here. It is just for education and information purpose and nothing more than that. Okay, yeah. So again, let's do some kind of little bit more analysis. Okay, uh, with help of some confluences. Now, what we can see, there are many things to observe actually. If the market is moving like this, like this, like this, there is a good CPR here. There is a CPR which can also act as a resistance. Okay, if market gives a big move from this point to this point, might be market can stand still here as it was already in range in this level. It can stop here, then again come back. Okay, anything can happen. Anything can happen. The confluence. And if you see here, if the market comes at this point, already we have a support S1, which we call it as S1 in terms of pivots. And then again, this is a POC. From here again, market can go up. So tomorrow I suggest let us just observe the market, understand what exactly they are planning to do. Just keep an eye on the levels. That is important. That is important like anything. And then we can see what exactly can happen. I don't want to write anything today, like, tomorrow market can be like this or like that. It totally depends because there is a question. Are the Bears out of the game? Because, and only because Bulls have started taking the uh, control. So, are the Bears actually out of the game? That's the question for tomorrow. Are the Bears ACTULL actually out of the game? That's the question. Okay, that's the question to have the answer for tomorrow. Okay, because if Bears are out, if Bears are out, they will definitely try to make new highs. Okay, new high or something like that, and it should break above this level and then this level and then this level and then move up. But still, let us keep things very clear. Our question for tomorrow is, are the Bears actually out? Okay. And if the Bulls take control, what is this? What is this? Okay. If the Bulls plan to take control, from which level they will start? Okay. If the Bulls are from which level they will start? And the thing to observe is first hour of the session, first hour of the session, SESS, IO1 session, the initial balance, INI, initial balance. Okay. So observe, we observe first hour of the session. I don't know. I am not sure about tomorrow, but necessarily we should not take any kind of rates, any kind of, this is just for an educational video, information video, wherein we just try to decipher what exactly market is going to do. So for me, it's like I have questions. I have questions which need to be cleared in the tomorrow sessions. Are the Bears actually out of the game as of now, at least for the shorter term? And if the Bulls plan to take control, from which level they will start? This is something which we can actually understand after taking a view of tomorrow's initial balance. Okay, because this shows a good power, like, the strength is here, strength is here by the sellers. Strength is because there was an exhaustion candle. Strength is here also by the sellers. But we can see bulls are these bulls because this was an exhaustion candle. Then why did the bulls come here? Okay, and why did the bulls again take the price to this point from where it fall? Then again the price has fallen, but why again the bulls came here? Okay, these are the questions that we need to understand tomorrow. We cannot say anything. If it is actually fake, then obviously market will go down. Okay, and if it has to make a new, like, sellers want to enter, unless and until they make a new loop, we cannot confirm if the sellers are actually planning to move the market down. Okay, we need lower lows. Otherwise, it can happen that, market is in between this range itself, 25,650 to 25,650. We don't know. We cannot confirm that. It can happen that, market will show a big move in the morning itself, showing that, bulls are in control, then little bit sideways and then down, and then can be a retracement, giving us an inflex that the market is taken control by the bulls. Not sure. I'm not sure about it. Okay. If market goes sideways tomorrow, okay, if market gives a strong sideways tomorrow, there is a definite chance that on the expiry day, that is on to, which is that day? Tuesday. Tuesday is 11th November. Okay. 11th November, there will be a big day payday on 11th November, that is on Tuesday. But for that, market should give us a sign tomorrow that the session for tomorrow session was sideways. But tomorrow is little bit dicey to give any kind of speculated view, like it will be downside, it will be upside, we don't know. And now, where did the price stop? Let us see, where did the price stop? Price has stopped around 25,605. Okay. If you see this, there was a good move on 17th October. We shook the price from 25,600 levels, 600 levels to 25,850 levels, and then a downside. Okay. So that is a good level actually for the bulls to take over. Okay, for the bulls to take over, it is a very good level. But it all depends on tomorrow's session and if there is any kind of economic news that will boost the market, or history will repeat itself again as it happened on 17th October. Okay, it might move the market directly to 200 points up. Not sure. Okay, and we can clearly see, like once it reaches 25,850, then there is a downside and then it goes up. But nevertheless, we will be observing the market instead of getting a real time trade. I suggest everyone, I recommend that do not take the analysis and have a real trade or something like that. Only and only for observing the market you can use this analysis. It is quite dicey actually. Even I am not sure what will happen tomorrow. Sellers came, and if you see, the sellers have came from a good level, like they came to 26,200, move the market, move the market, move the market down, move the market down. Now we have to understand, if the sellers are saying bye bye, it is turn for bulls to take over. Okay. The question which we have is, are the bears actually out of the game? If the bulls plan to take over, take control, from which level they will actually start? Okay, that depends now. Tomorrow, that depends, and which kind type of candlestick pattern they will make. And first hour of the session, the initial balance is very important for tomorrow. It may happen the entire day can be covered in the first hour of the session, and the rest of the session will go into sideways. We don't know. Okay, nobody knows. Maybe some players, but I don't know. So let's keep an eye. Now there are many possibilities tomorrow. This gives us a chance that market can come down from here, and again they will say, oh my god, there were bulls here, then let us take it up. Market can come down here and let us take it up. If there is no volume, then market can move down as well. But as it is Monday and Friday, it showed us as bulls are starting to take control. Okay, there might be a chance that market can move up, or if market feels like no, the price should be negative, the session should be negative, market can come down from here till here, which is a very crucial point, 650, 650, and then market can again come down from here. And that is also quite a good chance. But if you go for to check the historical data from this point, market has always, market has actually moved up till 25,850 on October 17. That can also happen. This level becomes dicey because if the market had fallen from this point, that is 650, it went till 450, 200 points down. Okay, 200 points was down. It was taken over by the bulls and get back to the point from which it fall. Okay. So this is something where absorption of the sellers happened, market came up and kept here. There is slight chance that actually bulls can take over from this. Okay. But it totally depends on how we interpret tomorrow's first hour, the initial balance of the session. We have to be very keen on understanding the initial balance tomorrow. Based on that, we can speculate something. Again, I would suggest that Just give a thought. Do not trade intraday at any cost. Just observe. Okay. Understand the analysis. Put your own thought to the analysis. What can happen? What cannot happen? But do not trade intraday. This video, which we are creating, is only for education and information purpose. That's it. Straightforward. Okay. So I think traders, we are clear with what can happen tomorrow. I mean to say, what we don't know, we have to understand that by tomorrow's session itself. We are not sure, like, I am not sure actually. I don't involve anybody else. I am not sure that what can happen. So the answer lies in the initial balance for tomorrow. Okay, the first hour of the session will have the answers for these two questions. Yes, and we can also get trapped if we take lightly the points which we have discussed today. Same thing happened actually on on 7th November, wherein I totally confirmed, like, in my previous session video, I said that when things almost looks right, okay, smart money comes in picture and traps us like anything, which happened. Actually, the day after, like on 6th November and 4th November analysis we did, we thought, like, market will be, everything was indicating that the market will be negative. Okay, this is where people, like, the smart money plays with our mind. People get into all in, and they trap them and finish whatever you have earned earlier will go in one trading session. So that's why be very observative, understand what the initial balance is saying, then we can decide what is going to happen or who is going to take the control. Here also if you see, okay, higher high, okay, lower high, lower high, and higher low. Okay, this is higher high, this is lower high, this is lower low, and this is lower high. This is, sorry, this is higher low. Okay, so this is kind of a, let us draw lines and patterns. Do we have any kind of arrow? Yep, we can make this one. This creates a breakout kind of triangle. Okay, breakout kind of triangle. Now here it can break from this point, retest and go up. It can even retest this point and go down. We don't know, but there is kind of a chance of, a small, it's not a small, a big move coming in the first hour of the session itself. So let us observe tomorrow what exactly is going to happen in the markets. Okay, our questions are clear. Are the bears actually out of the game? Have the bulls plan to take control from which level they will start? And let's observe the initial balance to understand what will be the next move, what will be the next move for the price. Okay, so here I think we are good to conclude the analysis for tomorrow, which we are not sure exactly what is going to happen. So leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. Just observe the market and enjoy. And is there something else we can check? Is there something else we can check? Let us go back to 1 hour and see what is happening. Oh my God. This clearly says that, at a 1 hour level, it clearly says that the 200 moving average created a support for the market and market moved up. Okay. So we don't know if this level can actually help the market move more up. Okay, market came till here. Okay, and it is exactly at this point. OMG, this point where there was a morning candle, morning Morobozu candle, and elephant candle, which took the market 200 points up. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to observe actually. At a 1 hour level, we can see from the where the market has ended now. Let us add all the drawings. Let us hide all the patterns and pivots and everything. Indicators. If you see the place where market has stopped, okay, it has clearly taken the market 200 points up. Might be tomorrow, might be the bulls might be coming and taking it up. And you can see one more thing here, that at a 1 hour time frame, a reverse hammer was created, a inverted hammer was created. Same thing is created here. Okay, people might be in the understanding that the reversal candle can give again a continuation for the bears here, but it had actually trapped people and took the market 200 points. That means what? That means these indicators may falter, but 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 when there are two hammers, two inverted hammers, it is a sign of a very strong downside. Okay, one inverted candle has 70% of chance to move, but when there are two inverted hammers, there is a chance 90% of chance to move down. Okay, it depends. It totally depends tomorrow how the market perceives the price. If there are any kind of economical news that we have to watch out. Okay. So by this candle, these two candles, what I believe is market should take a bearish move. Okay. So this is exactly at the level which we marked 25,650. Okay. So let us make the 25,650 mark a little bit red, little bit more red, because it gives us a negative bias again for the market. Okay. Let us make it more. Acha, this is already this one. hmm Let us make it 50%. Yeah. Okay. Great. So, guys, I think so. We have extended this recording for more than 30 minutes now, and it's already 12 o'clock in India, 12 midnight. It's better to sleep. But again, there's some very good things at a 1 hour candlestick pattern. Let's see what happens tomorrow. If it breaks high, it might be a trap also. Can't confirm that. Can't confirm that. But tomorrow, definitely, once the session opens, we can go through everything. Okay, good night, traders. Enjoy. Observe the day for tomorrow. And let's hope things can uncover in the first hour of the session. Thank you and good night, traders. Bye bye.